once the U.S. And the U.S. allies in Europe downed the Bolivian president's plane because they feared that Snowden was on board, there was really nothing the Russians could do. They couldn't
Julia,
just
hold on. Julia, hold on a second. You aren't seriously suggesting that Vladimir Putin and the Russian government did not have complete, total, absolute control over the outcome of Edward Snowden entering that airport in Moscow? There wasn't anything that prevented them from doing anything other than what you may be suggesting is their own sense of the public image of it and how it would play for them. But they had, and still have, complete power over his every breath in that country.
Now they do, but I think you do overestimate the Russians. I think, in general, people who haven't been to Russia tend to overestimate their abilities.
Wait a minute, Julia, I don't want to get caught up on this for too long, but they control that airport completely, absolutely.
I know, but I don't think
they could have sent him out of that country immediately upon his landing in that airport. They controlled every second, and Putin controlled every second that he was at that airport.
I don't think Putin controlled personally. We really overestimate Putin's abilities. But I think that they really, once that Bolivian airplane was grounded in Europe, there was nothing that they could do. They couldn't let him leave and then allow him to get taken back to the U.S. and potentially face the death penalty. It looks terrible at home. He doesn't
face the death penalty, Julia.
This was the trope in Russia that the media, the state-run media.
Let's get it straight. Let's get it straight. You're saying within the shape of the Russians' own propaganda, they could not violate the propaganda myth that they created about this thing, which the Russians and Putin chose to create.
I don't think Putin is the one creating that. Putin doesn't sit there and personally write the scripts for the news anchors. Putin sends a certain signal, and then the system then interprets it as it does. I think we're just like Obama doesn't control everything that happens in the U.S. Putin doesn't control everything that happens in Russia.
Julia, we're getting absurd now. We're getting absurd. Okay. Putin does indeed, in fact, control news anchors.
Does he?
Hold it.
Does he? Have you reported out of Russia?
They do control some news outlets in Russia. Let's not be ridiculous about this.
The Kremlin controls it. No. The Kremlin owns them, but you can't say that Putin whispers in the ear of a Russian.
Owns them, Julia. Owns them. Okay, we're going to come back to you, Crystal.